The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's up, guys? RussLyman here, and welcome to the Weekly Warp Pipe, a podcast dedicated to retro video games, 80s and 90s toys, and all things nostalgia. In this week's episode, we're talking about starting a Super Nintendo collection in 2022. We are giving ourselves $100 to buy Super Nintendo games, and we can't go over that limit. So tune in to see what games make our list. Now let's get into the episode. What's up, guys? I'm RussLyman.
What's up, guys? I'm Jay, NES Addict.
And welcome back to the Weekly Warp Pipe. We're talking about starting a Super Nintendo collection.
That's right. Super Nintendo was one of the best consoles ever, and I'm excited to talk about what I would do today.
Yeah, basically, we're doing a challenge. If we had a Super Nintendo console, but no games, and someone gave us $100, and we had to fill our collection, but we couldn't go over budget, and we're going to be pricing everything off of video game price charting. So we, made a list and put the prices that they are charging for the loose carts. We're going loose carts, don't need the boxes.
That's right. Keep it simple, stupid.
So we have a console, came with 2 controllers. We're ready to play some games. So first one on my list, it possibly made your list too, and most likely everyone else's, but is Super Mario World.
Yeah, so amazing game. I'm going to say that I cheated on that one.
Oh, I think I know what you did, but
I went with the Mario All-Star Mario World combo to give you 4 games.
4 games for the price of 1.
Yeah, so what did Mario World individually cost?
That was $14.94.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad then. That's not too bad. Mario All-Star Compilation cost $35, but you get 4 games.
Right. So that's where you play in. It's like, okay, I'm going to spend this much money, but I'm going to have 4 games to play. I played it safer to get the cheaper game, and you just have Super Mario World, classic Super Nintendo game, and it certainly can keep you busy for quite some time. So you get your bang for your buck, I would say.
Yeah. I think that's still a really safe route to go to save some money for other games later.
Right. Coming out the gate, didn't want to spend too much. There's a ton of worlds that you can travel in there, secret levels as well. You could get the Star Road.
Yep.
Certainly fun. I do love me some Mario All-Stars because they have the updated versions of Mario 1, 2, and 3 in there with the better graphics and backgrounds and everything.
Yeah, I just thought I didn't realize how much more it was than the regular cart, or we might have had the same answer.
Right.
I was thinking Mario World was like $25. I was like, I have $10 more. I guess I was wrong on my price in my brain, what I thought it went for.
I mean, you might be able to get this cheaper if you're at like a swap meet convention or something like that, but we're just solely basing it on video game price charting. They kind of pull their prices from eBay and Amazon sales, I believe, too.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So it kind of goes with that. But yeah, that game came out a bunch. Like I think they redid that on the Wii as well, like a Mario All-Stars with everything on it. So
it's classic. It's good for a reason.
Not too bad. All right, out the gate with Super Mario World. What's your number 2 pick?
All right, so I went with a sports title because I tried to keep this list like varied and give you a lot of variety.
Right, same thing. I kind of wanted a different genre almost for each game, so you get your bases covered.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. So I went with a classic sports title. I'm a hockey guy, so this is no surprise. NHL 94.
Okay. Nice.
The price of that game is $9.03 according to price charting.
It's like 3 cents. Blast.
That 3 cents.
Nice. 1994. I'm sure I played this one with some friends for sure. I enjoyed some hockey. I mean, mostly play it on the NES with like Blades of Steel and ice hockey and all that. But Super Nintendo, I'm sure it's fun. They
really perfected NHL 94. 93 was good. That's actually the game that I grew up with.
Okay.
But 94, things just was a bit smoother, a little faster. Pull off some sweeter deeks and stuff. So, I mean, everything after 94 was great too, but 94 is kind of the classic one that most people that started it.
Yep. Yeah. And you have all the NHL teams you can choose from in there.
Yep.
Yeah, the licensing and all that.
Exactly.
Is there fight scenes? Can you fight other opponents?
You can fight, yeah, absolutely. That you could actually do that in '93, but I'm sure it's in '94 too. So it was just the most streamlined. I mean, I think '95, '6, '7, '8, however far up they went, it pretty much kept the same formula with updated rosters.
Updated rosters, yeah. Which I believe I was talking to a few friends, and I think you can get like ROM hacks of that game, but they have a 2022 roster in it. Essentially,
that's awesome. I would love that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's on like Etsy or Amazon or something like that. My second choice I got with a fighting game. Figure you gotta have a fighting game on there. Most people would probably choose two of the other franchises, but this one holds a place in my heart.
Let's hear it.
Was Killer Instinct.
Ooh, Killer Instinct.
Coming in at $16.99. Unfortunately, if it's loose cart, I won't be getting the Killer Cut soundtrack with it.
Yeah, dang.
It's the way you move to that killer groove.
So what is it about Killer Instinct that holds such a dear spot to your heart? Just curious.
I went to, the arcades and seeing it there and watching other people play it. And I think, the side art was so cool with Folger, like this robot guy on there. And of course, Orchid, any young boy is like, oh, look at this hot girl in a video game.
Exactly.
And it was similar to, had a little bit of Street Fighter in it, but it also had Mortal Kombat because they had, finishing moves in it. So it was a little bit gory. And you also get like a combo system, which wasn't, I didn't see that in like Street Fighter 2 or Mortal Kombat until Mortal Kombat 3.
Gotcha. So you can kind of hit multiple moves in a row.
Yeah, and unlockable characters. You can play as the final boss idol, which I thought was sweet. And going back to the arcades and seeing someone unlocked idol, and you could do a 99 hit combo with Cinder. If you do it this way. And when it came out on Super Nintendo, I was so stoked. I got that game and I got the strategy guide. And I just remember bringing the strategy guide to like school and like studying the moves. And they had, humiliations in case you didn't want to do like a fatality as well. So it varied that up. Definitely fun. I am disappointed. I have my arcade 1-up machine. I mod it with a Raspberry Pi, and I can't get Killer Instinct, the arcade version, to work on it.
Dang, that's a bummer. Yeah.
So I might have to just buy the arcade 1-up that they released of Killer Instinct at some point.
The combat on that game, I feel like it was clunky. Am I wrong in that?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, the jumping wasn't probably as fluid as like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy, the roster was very unique. They had the robot. You had Jago, which was your ninja, like a Ryu or Ken. Then they had Saber Wolf, who was, a werewolf character.
I think he's the one that I played with the few times I played it, because it sounds cool to be like a werewolf.
Werewolf, yeah, he's cool. Who else did they had? Spinal, the skeleton.
Oh, that's cool. Good name.
Yeah. And yeah, I thought it was a fun roster. I never got to play the one that came out on Xbox, like they remade it or like made a newer version of it. And I don't have any Xbox systems, so I never got to check it out. But the OG one, Super Nintendo, keep me busy.
Yeah. I don't have that game anymore. I had it, but I never found myself playing it. So I'm gonna say that I will keep it in the fighting genre. My personal favorite fighting game, I want just plain old Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
I like the fluidity of it. I think that game just flows well. I mean, I don't know. I love Ken. I love Ryu. Those two guys are awesome.
How much was the cart running?
The cart on this was running $13.99. Did you say what the cart ran for you?
Yes, yeah. For Killer Instinct, it was $16.99, so a little bit more.
So I saved a couple bucks getting Street Fighter 2.
It is a little slower because you didn't get Turbo Edition.
But I didn't get Turbo, but I usually play without the Turbo anyway. I'm an old, my reflexes aren't as good, need a little slower.
Jay, the vintage gamer.
That's right.
Slow pace game.
That's right.
But Street Fighter's got a great soundtrack and classic characters. it's super hard in the arcade. Like you definitely got to, put the quarters in there. But at least if you got it at the home console, play as much as you want. And I'm pretty sure you could change the difficulty on it.
Yeah. The D-pad is easier for me to use personally than a joystick. I can never pull off. I mean, if I pull off a Hadouken in the arcade, it's half accident, half on purpose.
Or you can only do it from like the one side, and then when they jump over, you're like, shoot, I'm facing the wrong way. Now it's
exactly. Like, dang it, my body doesn't work that way.
Blast. Yeah, definitely a fun one for sure. Switching things up, I put a beat 'em up game on here.
Dude, we're like the same person here. I like it.
Spent a little bit more on this one, but we put Captain America and the Avengers coming in at $22.04.
That's a good pick. I like that pick.
Yeah, I mean it's a unique one. You get the Avengers, so you could play as Hawkeye, Iron Man, Vision. Who else is there? Captain America, obviously.
Was Spider-Man in that?
No, Spider-Man wasn't in that one.
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing a person.
Hawkeye, Vision, Iron Man.
Did I not say Iron Man? Okay, and Iron Man as well.
Maybe you did. Maybe
not. But yeah, you know, it's a beat 'em up game, and it's comic book style. This is early '90s, so was before all the Marvel movies came out. So maybe a lot of people are checking this one out or going back to it. It did come out on Sega and Super Nintendo, but it's a pretty fun one.
Yeah, I played this one safe. Keeping it in the beat 'em up genre, since we seem to think alike here. This was one that I had growing up that I had a lot of fun playing in the arcade. Final Fight.
Yes,
$18. I mean, you get Cody, you get Guile. I'm sorry, not Guile, Hager. You do not get Guy.
No Guy.
Clearly. But yeah, Final Fight, pretty good game for $18. Gives you a little beat 'em up in there. Keep it varied up, and yeah.
It was fun. I was searching for beat 'em, so I searched that one, and I also searched Streets of Rage, but Streets of Rage didn't come out on Super Nintendo.
It was the Sega.
So I was like, okay,
Sega that only. One. Yeah,
but yeah, Final Fight's definitely fun to go through. Again, awesome like sprite work, cool music, and you're trucking your way through the city on the streets. And
gotta save Jessica from the Mad Gear Gang.
Fun with a friend too. It could be a fun couch co-op as well.
So what's interesting is I don't.
Is
can
that
you
one
play?
Not 2-player?
Can you play Final Fight 1 2-player?
Because I was assuming it in the arcade it was 2-player. I honestly don't know if it is on Super Nintendo.
I either had a sad, lonely childhood with no friends ever to come over, or it's just single player. I can't remember right now. Tell us in the comments, because it's not registering right now. I don't know. I want to say it's 1-player, but I could be wrong.
Fair enough. But one game that is 2-player on my list is Donkey Kong Country.
Good segue.
This is coming in at $16.15. This game was awesome. I got the VHS tape in the mail from Nintendo Power, hyping it up. Couldn't wait to play it. And, it's a big open world. You got Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. And, it's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a good one. That came out a little later in the Super Nintendo lifespan, right? Like, wasn't that like a 93, 94 game?
Yeah, well, I mean, there was 3 of them on the system, so it couldn't have come out too late.
Maybe not.
They put out 2 more sequels.
You are correct, sir. They did. Unless they just busted them out like crazy.
I mean, they could have. I mean, you're probably using the same engine to make the game, so they're just changing sprites and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I never played that one. Other than I remember, I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, Best Buy used to have the video games in the very middle of the store.
Okay.
And they had this humongous television that you could see from pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, you could see it from 4 angles of the store. It was like the center post of the store. So no matter where you were, you could see who was playing what. And I remember playing Donkey Kong on that big screen, and pretty much wherever you are in the store, you could look at it. It was kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah. So it's like almost like a promotional item. They're like, oh, what hot game is someone playing? What? That's a new Donkey Kong game? Let's check it out.
That's exactly what they were doing. I'm sure of it.
Nice.
So you went Donkey Kong for kind of like a platformer.
Yeah.
This was a game I always wanted as a kid. I just thought the graphics looked really cool. It's a Konami game
Okay.
and a cartoon that I was a fan of. The price of the game is the right price, under $10, $9.22 for Buster Bust Loose.
Nice.
Yeah,
Definitely a fun one.
that game has a little bit of variety in it. Once you kind of get the jumping down and the dash kind of down,
Right.
That's a little tricky to get at first, but once you get that down, it's pretty fun game.
I mean, for under $10, yeah, you can't go wrong with a fun platformer like that.
Yeah. So I thought that was perfect. You know, a good wholesome character everybody remembers from Animaniacs. Sorry, not Animaniacs, Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons.
Getting my cartoons confused.
Because we were chatting about this the other week when we were ranking the Konami games on NES.
Yeah. Good old Buster Bust Loose. What else you got, Russ?
This is kind of a weird platformer. I imagine a lot of people probably haven't played this game or maybe heard of it. Coming in at $11.60. Not quite under 10, but
Close.
Chuck Rock.
Chuck Rock, yeah.
You heard of this one?
Oh, yeah.
It's got this caveman with a big old belly, and that is your weapon. You push out your belly, and it goes into the enemies. It almost gives me like kind of like Box Adventure vibes, because it takes place in like caveman time, and it's very bright, and you're attacking dinosaurs. All the dinosaurs are coming out to kill you, and you pick up like chunks of meat. Hearts are your health, other types of food and stuff. And yeah, you're just going through dinosaur land and moving left to right. It's pretty fun. And it's got a rockin' soundtrack. That's why it's Chuck Rock, right? Rock and roll.
I like that.
Yeah, this is a good one. It's on Sega too. It's on Sega, and I think it's on Sega CD too. So it came out on a lot of systems. But I mean, the Super Nintendo one's got great colors, and it's a fun time. Definitely look it up if you guys haven't heard of it before. Chuck Rock.
Good old Chuck Rock. Yeah, I need to. And tell me one more time what you said the price was.
It came in at $11.60.
Oh, so that one ain't breaking the bank.
Right.
Nice. I can buy that now. Perfect. So my last game, I decided to go with a classic racing game. Everyone's probably played it. Everyone loves it. Only problem is it's not two players. F-Zero for the tune of $14.25.
Nice. Yeah. I just did a little guess the game. I've been doing trivia. And that was one of the games.
Yeah, Big Blue. That's probably the best music on the game.
Yeah, that's a great soundtrack there too. Yeah, that song.
But I really love the mechanics of F-Zero, and I traded a kid Home Alone 2 for that game in 6th grade.
Nice.
And I played it for about 2 weeks, and man, I was digging it. And then this kid comes up to me in school and goes, "Hey, my brother wants his game back." And I was like, "Awesome. Can I have my Home Alone 2 back?" He goes, "We lost it." And I'm like, well,
you don't get your game back.
How is that fair? And he was like, here's a hockey game. And because I was a hockey nut at the moment, I was like, Sweet. So I got Hit the Ice.
Oh, there you go. I think you probably made out. I'm sure Hit the Ice was better than Home Alone 2.
I had beaten Home Alone 2, so my only regret is the fact that I don't have my original Home Alone 2 copy now.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Other than that, nostalgic. No worries.
No worries.
So, Russ, what was your final price for your 6 games you chose?
So the final price before I reveal my last game came.
Oh, sorry. No, it's reveal your last game. I thought you'd already. I thought you're done. My bad. Reveal your last game.
Jay's jumping the gun. I did come in under 100. So the last game was $16.08, bringing my total to $97.80. And I chose a RPG game.
Oh.
And, I wanted something this way. It lasts you a good long time. RPGs usually take you quite some time to get through. And I couldn't get any of the pricier ones, unfortunately. But I did enjoy this game a lot growing up. And that's Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I didn't realize any RPGs were so affordable. I guess
that one is. Because this one is regarded, it's a very easy, dumbed down Final Fantasy. It's much different from Final Fantasy 3, where most people would gravitate towards that or want to play that one instead. But yeah, this one's simple. I didn't play a ton of RPGs growing up. Usually I watched my friend play them. But this one was fun. Yeah, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, one of those simple RPGs, I guess you could say.
Nice. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I couldn't find a cheaper game to try to fill my list a little bit more, like a under $3 game. There was no under $3 games.
Yeah. Wow. And you said your final price was 97.
97.80. What was yours total?
You beat me, Russ. You beat me.
By saving or
by saving money. Mine was $99.49.
Wow, right down to the wire.
That's right.
You could buy yourself a one of the plastic dust sleeves for the change.
Go. That's about it.
Nice. I added a couple games that were I felt we should mention, but they were too much money to come out the gate. I wanted to try to have a couple games. If you're starting this collection and you're not going to have any other games to play, you're given this $100 and next week you're not going to be able to buy like more games. So you're going to be stuck with these maybe 6 months, maybe a year, because you probably won't get a game until it's your birthday or you do good on a report card or something like that.
Right.
So I was hoping to have a few games. If we just got like one expensive game and then you beat it, you're going to be bored for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I was going to eat up your whole budget.
Right. So some of them, obviously, I would have loved to have Super Metroid on the list. Really enjoyed that game. $72.70. That game's going for loose.
Yep, that was the first one on my list of my Final Four.
So it's like you buy that and then Super Mario World and you're done.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be someone's collection. Maybe they're into that. They're like, those are my two favorite games. I'm good for the year.
That's it. That's all I need. I'm curious to see. Did you pick 4 games for this?
I did, yeah.
Okay, I bet at least 2, maybe 3 of them are the same. Shoot, maybe all 4. Let's find out. But my number 1 was also Super Metroid.
Okay.
7270. All right. Yeah, because Super Metroid was rad. So my second one, Super Castlevania 4.
Oh, yeah, I figured that would be on
but
your
it's
list.
$47.68. So that's half your budget right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I mean, these are staple titles that everyone knows. They know they're good. So it drives the price up on them because the demand is there. People want to buy these games and they're still buying them today. So it keeps the price high.
That's it. Number 2.
Number 2 was Mega Man X.
Ooh, good choice.
Figured that would be a fun platformer. $31.03 on that. Definitely love me some Mega Man X. I actually have a video. I uploaded it. I think it's on the Bit by Bit channel. I have a VHS tape of me playing Mega Man X back in the like 1998 or whatever. Me and my friend figured out, you go hook your VCR up to your TV and record gameplay. But there's no commentary and it's not like a camera on me. So it's literally just like crappy looking gameplay, but it's my gameplay.
There you go. OG Russ.
Yeah. So, played through the game. And in that game, I think I got the Hadouken power up at the end.
Nice.
If you do all like the special stuff and you have to go through armadillo stage a certain amount of times and jump to the top to get the special capsule and you get the Hadouken that one shots all the bosses.
Yeah, that's such a cool little add-in, little Easter egg there.
Right. Yeah, Capcom being like, hey, one of our other games, we'll throw Mega Man X a Hadouken from Street Fighter.
Well, that's cool. Number 3 for me, and this may have been the same for you. You might have just rounded up. Link to the Past, 3388.
Yep, Link to the Past was on mine as well.
Another super classic. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. You want it to be in your list, but trying to keep it under $100. I guess I could have had it over Mario All-Stars Mario World. Maybe that would have been a better choice. Right.
You could almost that could be your RPG adventure game, essentially, because that's going to take you a while to beat. I watched my friend play that before I ended up beating it and just seeing like going between the dark world and light world for figuring out the puzzles and stuff. definitely can sink a lot of time into it. You're going to need some Nintendo powers to find out where you got to go to get all the secrets.
That's right.
The other one on my list I got is ActRaiser.
Okay.
$42.50 for this one.
Whew.
That shot up in price. Maybe because, well, they have the new one that's on Switch that I have yet to buy. That they did like a remake of it or an updated HD version, or I don't even know. But I think it's like $30 for that. And I was like, for a digital game, I'm like, maybe Limited Run will make a physical copy.
There you go.
But ActRaiser, again, it almost has that adventure RPG style because you're playing the two, or at least with the first one, it has that sim aspect where you're the angel and you have to build the towns and protect the people. And then it goes to your platforming section and you're fighting the monsters that way. I thought that was super unique. It had the cool when you're going down in the town and it spins around.
Yeah,
So
see, I never
awesome.
played ActRaiser, so my knowledge of it is zero.
Oh, dude, you got to check it out. Like the second one, not so much. Like the second one, they got rid of the sim aspect of it, and it's just platforming, and it's a lot harder. But with the first one, yeah, you're like, it's like this top-down perspective where you're looking at the overworld, and you play as this little cherub, and it's almost like, The Sims or something like that.
Right,
like one of those simulator games. And you're like, all right, we're going to put a town here and some water here or whatever. And then there's spots where like demons and stuff come out and you have to attack them so it's not killing the people so they can build the town up better.
Dang.
So
Save
it
the
had
people
this
from the demons.
Right. So yeah, it was pretty neat that they had those two concepts and it worked really well. But couldn't believe the price is so expensive still.
Yeah, that's crazy. My last one, classic beat 'em up. Everybody loves Ninja Turtles. Turtles in Time.
Oh, right.
Tune of $54.99.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Over the 50 mark.
I know. Would have really left us with not much to work with.
Right.
Did you pick Turtles in Time too?
No, I didn't put it on there. I thought of it, but I didn't want to put a whole bunch of like, here's 10 that we couldn't afford. I'll just pick 4.
Yeah.
I ended up doing a you could search on video game price charting and then just do it by price. So I did lowest to highest, and for a couple of games I'm like scrolling down and being like, all right, what can I afford? Like what can I fit on my list?
That's smart.
And you start, okay, this one's $10, this one's 20 or whatever. But I mean, Turtles in Time, definitely a fun one that'd keep you busy. I would say that's more fun than Captain America and the Avengers, but
and Final Fight.
Right, but triple the price.
Exactly.
Quadruple, maybe even.
Yeah. But that was it. That was my list as far as the the 6 games to keep it under 100, and then like the 4 kind of like wish list games that like maybe somebody gave me $100 and I knew my grandma was going to buy me a game, or something like that.
Right. Or like you said, we have these games here. Maybe I get bored of playing Killer Instinct and I want to trade Jay for Street Fighter for a few weeks.
There you go.
You could always do the trade deals.
That's right.
I can't say I've like currently, I don't think I ever let anyone borrow, like if they wanted to borrow like Switch games or like any new stuff like that. No one's ever asked.
Russ, what's the most expensive Switch game?
Right now, like a regular game, probably. I don't have any like rare ones. It's a $60 game. Whatever.
Can I borrow it permanently?
You're gonna sell it on Whatnot?
Yeah, Russ will be buying his game back on Whatnot.
I do have to purchase the Cowabunga collection and the what's the other Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah, I haven't got Shredder's Revenge either. I have played it. I played it with Retro Gaming Pandemic and it was a blast, but I hadn't pulled the trigger on it yet.
Yeah, if I do, we can almost because you can play remotely multiplayer. You can either do couch co-op or you could do online or whatever. So we can almost do a live stream and you can jump in.
I wonder if Limited Run will do that game.
I think that one's coming. Shredder's Revenge.
Is it? Can you buy it like an actual copy of it, physical copy?
As far as I know, it's just not like out yet. So like, if you want to play it now, you have to buy the digital and then double dip and get the physical.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll just wait. Wait. I'll be patient.
Just wait it out. It's a be fun game still in the future.
Exactly.
But yeah, purchasing games in 2022. If you guys like this concept, we can always do it with with another system, we can do maybe GameCube, N60. I was going to say maybe N64, but I don't think you played that much N64 because you said you didn't know how to hold a controller.
Yeah, I didn't, but I could come up with a list for the sake of the podcast. I could do it.
Yeah. So maybe we could do that for one of the future episodes and kind of work our way up, or do like a different budget. Maybe we could do more, $200. I don't know. I guess it's, $100. I guess it makes you kind of pick and choose more than if you have $200. Like you're like, yeah, Super Metroid, add that, Chrono Trigger, throw that in there. You just grab all the heavy hitters. And you can't cheap like, just buy me an EverDrive cart, and we're good to go.
That's right. Yeah, I thought we both did a good job, like, coming up with various games to like kind of fill different genres and give you kind of a good selection.
So right, you want that bored. Variety. Yeah, you're not going to get all beat 'em up games or all fighter games because then you're just going to get bored. Get Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Clay Fighters, Primal Rage.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right. I mean, maybe that's you. Maybe you enjoy all the fighting games, and that's your go-to. So
you got all that pinned up anger. You got to let it out. I will kill everyone.
Nice. But yeah, I think it's pretty unique. So, hey, let us know what games you would have put on your list. Feel free to hit us up on social media. You could find me on Instagram, TikToks. Where else? Facebook, YouTube's at RussLyman. Where can we find you, Jay?
TikTok is my biggest platform at the moment, but I am also on YouTube, Instagram, and selling on Whatnot.
Nice. Do you have another scheduled Whatnot event coming up soon?
No, I need to. I got a ton of Wii stuff that I need to unload.
Okay, so you're like theming the sale. So like this is going to be Wii night. We'll do all Wii games.
Yeah. I because I seem to come across lots of the same stuff. So I usually try to pile that together. I do have some pretty trashed Super Nintendo games, as I'll show you here.
Oh yeah, the labels are all.
I'm gonna take all the labels off and do like a mystery cart night.
There you go.
So maybe you get something that's worth like $25 for 10, and maybe you get something that's worth like $5 for 3. I don't know. Whatever you want to spend on it, we'll figure it out.
Or spend 20 and it's worth 2.
Or that, you never know what you're gonna get.
It's all for a good cause, so I guess.
I hope. It's just feeding my children.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, they got to eat. Kids got to eat.
Kids got to eat.
It's a true fact. What's up?
I was going to say, I was reminiscing real quick, and I had sent Jay a picture. We were at, me and my wife went to like this arcade place, and they had prizes. Like, you win your tickets and you get your prizes. And I noticed there was like almost one of those like Nerf footballs with like the tail on it, like the foam ball with the extended tail, like we were talking about in our Nerf episode. And I was like, oh my God, Jay, check this out.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, it does look just like those Nerf footballs. It's a knockoff Nerf.
The prizes are ridiculous if you've been to any of these like updated arcades where the tickets, I'm like, they had not Wii games, you're talking about Wii, they had Switch games there. They had Mario Golf, the tennis one, and a few other ones, and I'm like, how many tickets was it? Something ridiculous, 70,000 tickets or something like that. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is probably a $30 game. You could probably get Mario Golf for $30 now at Target or Walmart, or you're going to spend $100 in games to get the tickets.
Exactly. It's like it's like kids that just keep coming back. Maybe weekly. Maybe their parents bring all the time and they just save them up. Maybe that's how they get it.
Well, they were hosting like summer camp there, so I guess if they're coming, I mean, you could save up all summer and then grab your Switch game.
The campers, yeah, that would work.
Or you could play your Super Nintendo games on the Switch if you pay for the online. $20 a year.
I love being able to go on there and just try different games out. Like maybe I would want a physical copy,
of the Super Nintendo games. Like online,
it's like I was it Chuck Rock I was playing? Maybe it was Chuck Rock. It was some caveman game. I don't know. It's like 2 different cavemen.
Oh, so you were probably playing Joe and Mac.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that one's super fun.
That was actually really fun.
I wonder, that probably could have made my list. How much was that game?
I don't know. Let's look it up real fast. I am curious now that I'm thinking about it.
The Joe and Mac series was great. It's also on NES too, Joe and Mac. But that's 2-player, similar cave style game.
Dude, we could have totally added it. $15.40.
Oh man. I would have definitely added that one on there. I could have taken off I don't want to take off Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Maybe Captain America.
Yeah.
I could have got Joe and Mac and then added a sports game in there.
There you go.
Well, we can't take it back now.
We can't take it back now. Our lists are made. Our minds are made up. We have already told the people our games. Joe and Mac will have to wait till next Christmas.
Excellent. Well, guys, we appreciate you listening to the weekly Warp Pipe. As always, keep your world fun bit by bit.
Take care, guys.
Later.